What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with the preview show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's the big game. Can we class this team as our rivals? I don't know. I don't want to give too much ammo because, as you know, last time they gave us absolutely walloping. So I'm going to try and be careful what I say because this guy, right, as you know, he absolutely hammered me after the game. We've got like a special guest. He's been on the show before. We've got the people in the comments. Are we rivals? Are we rivals with this team? In the comments, yes or no. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good, though. How are you?
I don't know. I feel a bit edgy because you might click this bit about me, about anything I say about your club because you actually hammered me, didn't you, last time?
I did. You took the L like a man, and that's what you have to do.
People, if you're not seeing Jack, he follows his socials. He put a video of me when I went to the game of my facial expression when we conceded 4 goals. Forest got to win this time. Forest got to win this time, people. Because if we do, I can get Jack back. So Forest, please do me a favour. Just beat Leicester for me. That's what I was asking to say. People, get your predictions in for tomorrow's game. Big game for us. We know both teams are on 15. Is it 15 or 16 points? I think. So, how many points is it? 18.
We've got 17 points each.
So that's to say. Oh, so we're both on the same points as each other. We're away from the relegation zone as well. So, Forest to do a massive favor for me. Win the game. Jack, before we do talk about tomorrow's game and your season, talk to me. How was you feeling about that 4-0 win?
Ecstatic. Like I say, it was a big game. We talked about it last time as a relegation 6-pointer. It was a big game for both clubs. Both teams back then in the relegation zone. It was 19th versus 20th. And both sides needed the crucial 3 points. Obviously, the Foxys came to the King Power. The fans got behind them and absolutely slapped you lot up. Made you look silly, Dore. We talked big game. Both of us did before the game. And only one of us came out defeated, which was obviously you on that game. The Foxys played really well that game. Madison showed his class, scored 2 goals. Barnes scored in quick succession after the Madison goal, and then Patson Daka finished you off. An all-round good performance for the Foxes. And then we started singing Forest get battered everywhere to go. It went around the stadium and made you look even smaller than it did when losing 4-0 at the KP. So, yeah, I was happy with the game. But it could have been a completely different game if your number 9 could actually finish. But he turned out to be like Adi Akibayi. So,
wait, Jack. Show some respect to our Nigerian striker, Tara Wadney. Show some respect to our striker.
Just
Come
a
on,
shitty
man.
Nacho, mate.
What?
A shitty Nacho.
Ooh, Forest fans in the comments. Get out, Jack, man. Yeah, Jack. We're not having this, people. No. Before we carry on, let's get through the comments, man, because I know there's quite a lot of people excited for this too, as well. Before people as well, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Make sure everyone subscribed to Jack as well. His link is in the description as well. So people, please do subscribe to Jack. Right, before we do, we go through comments. How you doing, Hadi and Reds? Massive Forest fan. How you doing, Colin? Again. How you doing, Sonny? No, because we're not Coventry. As well. Is that your rivals, Jack? Talk to me.
Yeah, it's an M69 Derby when
they're your rivals then. So, like I said, I keep repeating people. Derby is our main rivals. Leicester, I keep saying this. They're just like a team. Like if we're like arguing with a Derby fan, and we saw Leicester across the road, it's Forest Derby just stop and we'll just tell Derby to walk on, Leicester to walk on. If you know what I mean, like here's what it is. Jack has got some backup from this one. This is Terra. Hi Jack and hi Ben. Where's Mollo? Mollo, where are you? Are you in the stream? Come on. If Mollo's in the stream, I love. Just don't argue. I do, Eve. I hope you are my friend. And there he is. my friend Gemma, Miss Coffee warned to put the cheers outside. Afterwards, they're just cheers. That's Molo. Molo and Terra, behave yourself. No arguing on the stream. No arguing on the stream. Mr. James, how you doing, James? Hello, Dawn, Jack. No, we're not rivals. We all know who they are. Come on, you Reds. True Red, hi, Dawn. No Chris for me to dig into, so I set up for you, Jack. As well. Spares as well for a member to the channel. And if you want to be a member, people, please do. It's in a dollar sign. It's £1.99, and you do get the vlogs early and all my content early before I get it out. Especially as I've been a Forest fan for over 50 years, and back in the 70s, it's always been Derby and not Leicester. No disrespect to Fox fans, but that's the way it was then. I think I'm not gonna lie, I do disagree a little bit with that, because I'm sure we was rivals to Leicester first, but then because of the Brian Club connection, it comes Derby. So people in the comments, the older generation, put in the comments, is that true or not? But I did see someone say that as well. This is Simon, the Big Dipper. Simon's from Loughborough, so he's between Nottingham and Leicester. So Simon, Forest got to win for you. You've got to win for you, Simon. So he's in the high if you don't. How you doing, Mark? Evening, Dora. I hope you're well, and hope your family as well. This is Leicester as well from Des. Without Martin, you're not there for the taking, 100%. We'll get through that as well. And yeah, right. Jack, let's get to business. Both since we played you lot, you had a little bit of a winning streak, didn't you?
Yeah.
Talk to us about it, man.
After we played you, we lost to Bournemouth away from home. Drew to Crystal Palace, lost to Man City, beat West Ham. We beat Leeds, beat Everton. So we're picking up points, and which we really needed to. And then we've come back after the World Cup now, and then things have really hit rock bottom again. Got battered against Newcastle at home. We beat MK Dons in the cup, but MK Dons are fighting relegation in the league. Is it League One? League One. So it's not been the greatest season for them. We played a poor MK Don side, which we comfortably beat, which you'd expect to. But then we played Liverpool. Wout Fass had a mare in Anfield, scoring 2 own goals.
Great goals.
We luckily lost that game. To be fair, I thought we were the better team, but yeah, the result didn't show for it. And then we played Fulham, which we lost that one as well. Fulham played really well in that game. We didn't turn up. And yeah, we then went to Newcastle in the cup. Yeah, and we got beat again. So we've had more downs than ups this season, Dor. You know, results haven't been too kind to us, and we've had injuries after injuries, which has been a succession now in the last 3 years. So we've lost our best players, and we've had to play with what we've got and try and pick up points. And
I think you are mentioning about the player injury, and this is from True Red. With your injury list, who's the most worrying at least? I think I know your answer for this.
Madison is our biggest creator. Most creative Leicester player, most creative English player in the Premier League. So, yeah, look, a big one like Madison to lose in a game like Nottingham Forest it's a big loss. So, yeah, we've not been creating much since losing Madison, and it really shows for it in the way the results have gone and the way we played, because in games we haven't shown up, and yeah, we've deserved to get beat in so many games because we've been absolutely crap.
I'm just going through the comments as well. And I do apologise, and this is from Spare. Sorry, Dor, you are wrong. It was Derby for Brian Kim's left Forest. I might be wrong, but I just heard from the older generation. I don't know how old you are, Spare. We hated Leicester before the Forest and Derby rival came. So it might be wrong, but thank you for that, Spare. Sam says yes, Dor. We can't lose to them. We can't lose to them as well. as well. I think there's another Leicester fan, Medi the Silver Fox. Hi, Mr. Door. I know he's a Leicester fan as well. This from Mark Door, Mother Laws and Short from Hospital this evening, and now we're back home having come for the worst. Big thanks to everyone and all the best wishes. Yeah, and that's good news, Mark. That is great news, and hope she gets so better as well. I think this is Leicester fan. We were a better team. We were a better team than we played Liverpool as well. Difference, we took 3 points. Yeah, Forest fan, Chris. What else is there? Yeah. So like I said, you've had like a little spark win, but Rodgers.
Yeah.
Leicester City, like, what's your opinion? If there's a Leicester fans in the comments as well, what is your opinion about Rodgers? Because I like him.
Yeah.
But what's your opinion on everything? And then the Forest fans, what do you rate Rodgers? Not as a Leicester man, as a manager. Get your comments in and I'll get them out. What's your opinion on Rodgers?
Brendan is a very frustrating character. He talks a good game, but it don't always work out on a football pitch when it comes to the match. Brendan has got the biggest win percentage as a Leicester City manager. He's obviously won the FA Cup and that. We had a good spell under Brendan in 2019 and that. We had a good team. We have had 2 top 5 finishes and that under Brendan Rodgers. But now things are starting to decline the way they did when he was at Liverpool and Celtic, where things haven't gone right. And he started throwing the owners under the bus, the team under the bus, the fans under the bus. And yeah, it's kind of like throwing fuel into a fire, isn't it? And with Brendan, yeah, Leicester fans are divided with Rodgers in, Rodgers out. And yeah, I think with Brendan, he wants to be backed in the transfer markets. I don't feel the board have backed him the way he wants to be backed. And I can understand in some ways why the board have not backed him, bringing in poor players like Bertrand, who's about finished, and Vestergaard, who, would you even call him a Premier League defender? Because really, I don't think he was. And yeah, I think we've wasted money in some of the transfers that Brendan's brought in. They've not really worked out, and I think it's been a frustrating time for Rodgers. And I feel with Brendan, he's had to work with what he's got, but the football is shocking at times. It's really frustrating, and it's this sideways, backwards approach, and it's really slow. And Brendan's a man where plan A, but no plan B. And when teams have found him out with that plan A, there's nothing left. You know what I mean? Leicester's there for the taking because we don't know how to change things up. And I think with Brendan, you know, it's happening like it did at Liverpool. You know, they brought on all these players. It never worked out for him. And then the excuses and that started coming. And then he didn't know where to look. And I think that's now happening at Leicester the way Liverpool fans said it would.
I've got a question on this from Justin, another member to my channel. How you doing, Justin? Jack, have Leicester been linked with anyone in the transfer window? Let me put more into that. Like I said, before the season started, players were going. You wasn't bringing no one in.
No.
But what's happening with this transfer window? Have you brought anyone in? Have you been linked with what's happening with Leicester, man?
In the summer, we obviously brought in Alex Smithy as a championship goalkeeper. We brought in Wout Fast. No one ever even heard of him. We brought him from Stade Reims in the Ligue 1 for £15 million. Fofana obviously left due to childish games and not wanting to play and stuff like that, disrespecting the club and that. And after all we did for him, Wesley Fofana, this January window, it's a window that Leicester fans expect to bring players in because we really need to strengthen. We've had injury after injury. We're losing players left, right, and centre, and we don't know when they're going to be back. There's like no time frame. It's like Seagrave training grounds becoming a medical facility, not an actual training complex. So we're obviously being linked with, I believe, Nico Gonzalez from Fiorentina. He can play over the front three. We're being linked with also the Copenhagen left back. I don't know where that one's at. They want £15 million for him. I think it's Christiansen. I think it is. We're after him. So yeah, there's two players being linked, but then Leicester's being linked with here, there, and everybody in it. It's like Tom, Dick,
Like
and Harry,
Forest,
but you
just
never
like
end
Forest.
up signing them in the end. Or it's like you get so many links, so many names who are linked to your club, but at the end of it, it never comes.
There's a big difference. We're linked with him and we buy him. There's a big there's a big
beat around the bush.
The difference is we're linked with him and we just buy him. We buy them. That's the difference. People in the comments, there's 52 people in. If you can do a massive favour for me, please do hit the like button if you can. And if you've got any questions for Jack regarding Leicester, please do. And if you want to be a member to the channel, please hit the $sign. If you want to do any super chats to support my channel, please do. Jack, like I said, it's been like I said, both clubs for 50 got like some joint points. Like I said, when you beat us 4-0, as Forest fans were like, oh, Steve Cooper's going to go, blah, blah, blah. And now he's turned it around. What's your opinion on Forest and Steve Cooper?
Cooper was obviously reports of him getting the sack after the Leicester game. Reports of Rafa Benitez, the Spanish waiter, coming in to you lot. A manager which he didn't really want. I've read a lot of the Forest Twitter after the Leicester game about Rafa Benitez and that. And Steve Cooper's your man for the job. He did wonders with that Forest team. To go from bottom of the Championship to playoff winners, getting you back in the Premier League after 20-odd years is a massive achievement. You guys wouldn't have thought he'd do that much of a great job than what he did in the Championship, but he did. He beat Huddersfield. And, yeah, he's done wonders for Nottingham Forest, but the Premier League's always going to be difficult in your first season. You've got to buy the right players and who fit your module in the way Steve Cooper likes to play. And I think he's done that. Obviously, he got rid of quite a lot of players at the start of the season, and then you brought players in like a 1 year, Lingard and players like that, because Forest had to strengthen. I know people are going to say you brought in 20-odd players. You've obviously got to bring in this Danilo bloke as well, aren't you? So yeah, Forest have to buy, and they have to really pick more points up at home. Home is where the advantage is for Forest this season, and that's what's going to be key in you guys staying up. So it's not too much about the away games. The away games, you'll be happy with a point in each game, and then as long as you pick up 3 points here and there at home, then that's going to keep you up. So as long as you get to that 40-point target, which everyone talks about, then I think you'll be fine. But Steve Cooper has turned it around since losing to Leicester. You've picked up points against Chelsea, who I thought you could have got 3 points there because I thought Chelsea were poor. You beat West Ham. You beat Liverpool as well. A shocking result.
Jack, only big clubs beat Liverpool.
Big clubs. There we are. Keep bragging yourselves up. Get yourselves up. Come on. We're not in the 70s anymore, Dor.
Oh, here we go again.
We're not about Champions League winning seasons and all that under Brian Clough. Come on, them days are gone. Right?
I've got 2 stars. Have we got 2 stars? Jack, have we got 2 stars?
Yeah, but you got to realise where you are now. It's not about where.
Jack, have we got 2 stars?
Yeah, of course.
Right then, I've
won the European Cup.
I've Leicester.
Doesn't matter.
Listen to me. It's part of history.
Yeah, it's history. Exactly. Move
on. Okay. Right. So that's this question, right? And Forest fans, and is there Leicester fans in the comments? Please reply to what I'm saying. So you're saying,
yeah,
we live in the past.
Yeah.
You lot just say you lot talk about the Premier League. Is that the past?
Of course it is.
Right then, so you lot brag about it.
I look at Leicester as a here and now club. It's not about what you've won in the past. It's about where you are now and what's happening now.
Leicester brag about winning the Premier League?
Yeah, we talk about winning the Premier League.
Right then, so why can't Forest talk about it?
No one's saying you can't.
You did. You just said what you just said. Read what you just said.
What? You lot banging on about your European Cups?
Part of history, innit?
It is. It's history. That's it. We move on.
But we can't move on because it's part of history. Like in the 1979 and 80s, that was the era. We won it.
If you're born in that era, yeah.
You can't. Nah, you can't. No. Listen to me. I'm a Forest fan. I wasn't born.
Yeah.
But we talk about it. It's like Leicester won the Premier League.
Aston Villa are the same. They talk about the European Cup.
Yeah, but it's history. Right, this is probably why I went to like, and I don't know if Leicester's got it because I've never done the tour by the ground because I don't support him. I went to Valencia, and they embrace the history of winning cups. And I thought to myself, why can't all clubs do that? If you talked about it, right, everyone will say, especially the younger generation, will say, "Oh, why are we talking about history? History is part of history. Jack.
It's part of football.
Part of football. It's like
I get that.
Yeah, but when fans say you wasn't born, blah blah blah, and what? And what? If Leicester won it, if Leicester won it, if Leicester won the Champions League when you was born, would you brag about it?
Yeah, of course you would.
Oh, thank you very much.
Because fans always bang on about what they've won, innit? You know what I mean? It's always football. It's always like, oh, what have you ever
People in
won?
the comments, right?
Like that,
Forest fans and Leicester fans, are we allowed to brag about winning the Champions League? Me personally, yes, because it's my club, and if Leicester fans disagree, that's up to you. Put in the comments and see what it says. Jack, I've got a question for you. And thank you for the £4.49 special. Much appreciated. This guy's a legend and he's a member to the channel. If you do want to be a member, please. It's like I said, £1.99 and get your comments.
Or a box of tissues when crying after the Leicester game.
Shut up. Jack, let's do it. Does Jack believe Rodgers will be at Leicester next season? And thank you for the £4.49 Jack special.
So I believe Brendan will be at Leicester at the end of the season, going into next season. I tell you what, Joe, it depends where we finish this season. I'm not going to say we're going to get relegated because I want us to stay up. We're only 2 points from the relegation zone. We've got to buy players this January window and strengthen our squad in a chance of us to really stay up this season. If we don't strengthen this January window, there's a possibility of relegation, aren't they? But will Brendan be there if we're down in the area? No, I don't think Brendan will be here. Leicester fans want Brendan gone now. So if we carried on losing the way we are, then there's a big possibility that Brendan Rodgers will be sacked if he don't turn the form around. But then there's the finance situation with Leicester. We're being watched over by UEFA for FFP. We're one of them clubs. And the finances have been not kind to Leicester during COVID. The owners lost £4.2 billion in the last 3 years. And it's lost £4.2 billion because we're a company, aren't we, who are run by King Power, which is a duty-free situation. Yeah. But we're not like other owners where we get money from other things. We're a duty-free. That's where we get our money. And during COVID, duty-free wasn't about and stuff like that, and we had no money. So, yeah, we're struggling financially to buy players and that. And, I don't think it's a difficult situation for Leicester. And, yeah, we try and buy players on the cheap. I think that's where Leicester fans are really frustrated because, we want to buy players as a club and we think, the owners don't care and stuff like that because of the club ain't buying players. But the financial situation side of things, you've got to watch it because of FFP and that. And so, yeah, I think it's the case of we can only spend so much. We've just took a £46 million loan out with an Australian loan bank, which we take obviously loans out to buy things and that and strengthen the club in that. So, but most of that money ain't going to be spent this January window. It'll be spent in the summer to build in the summer. But we need to build now and not in the summer. We need to survive this season. And that's probably the key because we didn't think we'd be in this position at the start of the season. I predicted 7th place for Leicester, depending on the transfer business. But looking at it now, I've made myself look a complete idiot, haven't I, to be fair. But yeah, so we're in a financial situation, but hoping for things to get better. But I just feel Leicester need big investment. We need investors to help us progress as a football club, I feel. And much so than many Leicester fans.
I was looking for comments as well. And let's say we're talking about big clubs. This is Mark. Being a big club is not just about here and now. Without that WAP at the past, clubs can't call themselves big clubs 100%. 100%. Like you class like Liverpool. They were big in the 80s, 90s. Man U as well. They were big. Who else was there? Blackburn. They were the first team to win the Premier League, weren't they? When it all changed on that.
You
This is
can't
from
call
Nick.
Tottenham a big club.
No, they don't win it, are they? That's the problem. They don't
Ten
win it.
shit.
They don't win nothing. This is from Nick. Leicester without two key players from the match, Madison and KDH. Look, another look ropey. But yeah, what's your opinion, Madison, and another player? What's his name? Kubi Hall. Like, I remember Kubi Hall played at City Ground. That's last the FA Cup. He's been a top player for you, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's been a key player for us. Dewsbury Hall obviously needed to go out on loan when he was in the under-23s. He did that, went to Blackpool, and then he went to Luton. And he's matured. He's matured as a player. He's came into the first team and made his mark. This season hasn't been the greatest season for Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, performance-wise, but he puts a shift in, he works hard, and I think Dewsbury Hall's been fantastic since coming into this first team situation, because it's always difficult to come into a first team as a youngster and make your mark. And I think Dewsbury Hall's done that. He's a rising star and he's going to get better. You know, he's a future Leicester City captain. He obviously loves the club. He's a Leicester lad. And he wants the club to progress and do well. So I think Dewsbury Hall will progress as a player and become a good midfielder. So he's still got a lot to learn, though.
I'm going to ask Jack two more questions before we do go. People in the comments, like I said, get your predictions in for tomorrow's game. Jack, I'm actually first. Like I said, I think I told you in the first show. People remind people in the chat. Where did you thought Leicester will finish at the start of the season? Like, it's a seventh, didn't you? You should think they'll finish. But where do you think you'll go down? Let's put it out. Do you think you'll go down? Yes or no?
You're never too good to go down. That's the motto in football. No matter what squad you've got, you wouldn't think Everton would be in the position they are, considering what size of the club Everton are. And I don't think we'll go down. I think we'll stay up. It'll all depend on the January window on how many players we actually buy and what we invest in the squad. So I think it all depends on that. But I think we'll stay up this season for sure. But we've just got to have a good summer and build and strengthen and hope things get better next season for us. It's going to be a long season for us, though.
What's your picture? He's not saying it. He's trying to dodge the question. He's trying to dodge it. He's trying to dodge the question.
I'd have said 10th, yeah, but I think Fulham will finish top 10, Brighton, Chelsea, Liverpool, them sort of teams will finish ahead of us this season. Brentford, they're having a good season. I think they'll finish ahead of us as well. So I think we'll finish bottom half.
What position? He's trying to deflect the question.
It's hard to put your finger on where Leicester's going to finish.
People in the comments. People in the comments. Right. People in the comments. Do you think Leicester will go down? Be real. Do you think Leicester will go down? Me personally, no. I don't think Leicester will go down. I'm saying now. I don't think they'll go down. I think it's worse teams.
You say there's worse teams.
There's not worse at this moment in time with the way Leicester's form is.
Oh, we're bloody performing. Jesus Christ, play like a championship side at times.
I don't know. Do you think Leicester, right? Where do you think Leicester will go down, Jack? Yes.
Leicester will Leicester
go down?
No.
So what's the score prediction?
Score prediction? Please.
Score prediction.
I'll take 12.
No, score prediction. Score.
Oh, for this weekend?
Yes, tomorrow. Yeah.
Depends how we turn up, doesn't it? I ain't confident, though. Like I said to you on my show, I ain't confident. Forest are at home, the crowd will get right behind them. And if it's a game of who scores first wins, I feel, in this game. If you guys score first, we'll fold. You'll put us right under the cosh again and we'll be right under pressure. And you lot have got the confidence now after beating Southampton and getting points against Chelsea. Now, you guys have really been on the up and we've been on the narrow spiral. So it's a difficult game for Leicester tomorrow. it's a derby game, and we've got to go toe-to-toe with you lot and leave it out on the pitch tomorrow, and hopefully we perform and get them points. But I'm going to back my team, Dore, but I'm going to go 2-1 City. That's with my heart. My head, well, it depends how we actually turn up tomorrow.
People in the comments, Jack says win 2-1.
No confidence in the Leicester fans whatsoever. Leicester fans will say the exact same. They're not confident.
People in the comments, like I said, it's Premier League. Anything can happen. Should I do my score prediction? As everyone knows, I don't do my score prediction for the hour before the game. Should I do it? Yes or no? People in the comments, should I do it? But I'm confident we can get a result. But I just don't know what the score will be. Let me go for this. Special says 2-1 to Forest. Next Jack is right. No club is not to go down. Yep, I'm just saying for that. Mark says smell no fear. Nick says 2-1 to Forest as well. So indeed, no Door. Don't say oats. I think I'm not. I come from by Munich as well. Hadi says Forest will win tomorrow. James says, yeah, go on, Door. Do I have to? Mark says 1-0 to Forest. Eve says, I think you should wait till tomorrow. Yes, Eve. I should wait till tomorrow. What Eve says, I'm saying it. Eve, thank you very much. Shout out to Eve. Colin says 2-1 to Forest as well. She gets you 5-4 Forest. Bloody hell! No, that will hurt my chest if that happens.
But for a right game, if that happens, Jesus Christ.
Dan says Leicester 3 tomorrow. Come on, City. Leicester fan. Okay. Tuesday said on Chris's channel last night. It said 3-0 to Forest. Oh, okay. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not going to give my score prediction.
I know what your score prediction is.
Maybe what you did not. Wait. What was that? Was yesterday.
You predicted it yesterday.
I did, didn't I? I did. Well, you know what?
You got to stick to that now, innit?
Well, people, if you want to know my score prediction was, look at my vlog tomorrow or Sunday. I'll say that as well.
Go over to my channel and see what you predicted.
if you do want to see it, go over to Jack's channel and see what score predictions. I'm not going to say it on my channel because it's bad luck. But Jack, it's been a pleasure again. Thank you
always
for coming up. And I'm just give you one advice, please. If you do look with him, don't do it to me, please, because you hammered me. And I got a bit edgy and touchy a little bit, but. It's part of the game. I took a massive L. I took the massive L, people. Like Jack took the massive L last season when we beat you 4-1. But before you do go, Jack, do a little talk about channel so people can go and follow it.
So I'm Jack from The Final Whistle. Go check out The Final Whistle on YouTube. We've just reached 1K subscribers in 25 weeks we've been doing YouTube, so 1K is a fantastic achievement.
Well done.
Just want to thank everyone for the incredible support who subscribed to the channel and make the channel what it is. It wouldn't be what it is without the fans and the subscribers, so appreciate all that. Go check over on The Final Whistle on YouTube. Go and follow us on the socials at The Final Whistle on Instagram.
Don't follow the socials. Don't follow the socials, people, because you hammered me.
And we'll have a match day vlog out tomorrow after the game. So if Dore does manage to get a defeat on me tomorrow, then he might edit a few things out of my vlog.
I got time for that, Jack.
As well, so
I've not got time for that.
Back on me, but. Yeah, I'm sure I can get something out of Dore's vlog if Leicester wins tomorrow. I'm sure we can do it.
I'll block you, Jack. I'll block you, Jack. I'll block you.
It's all good banter. And it should be an interesting derby tomorrow. So I'll be there at the game. If you see me, come and give me score predictions for the matchday vlog. I'm sure I'll meet up with Dore and get his score predictions and David, Asprey's and all that. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a fantastic game. Big occasion and a relegation 6-pointer between sides who really need the points right now. So let's go City.
Right, Jack, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring the tissues for you after the game. Yeah.
Not if I don't bring yours first, though.
All right, dude. It's been a pleasure. Thanks,
Cheers,
Jack.
mate. Appreciate it.
That's Jack. What a legend. Make sure, like I said, everyone, make sure to go and subscribe to Jack. I will put a link in the description. I couldn't find this properly, but please do. Everyone subscribe to the final whistle. Before I do go as well, as you know, people, I do my reviews after game reviews straight after the game. So if we win, lose, it's either me, Des sometimes as well. Des will do it as well. And if any, like I said, I'm trying to expand my channel. So if any Forest fan want to, if you're at the game and want to do like a little video clip on how you thought the game was, send me a video. Send me a video, like it could be a minute. Make sure it's landscape as well. So if you do want to do a video, please do, and I'll put it on my channel and get your views on there. So, like I said, straight after the game, send it on WhatsApp or Twitter, and I'll put it out there. And yeah, I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll be there. I'll be at the ground around 12, about 12-ish as well. Yeah, 12-ish. So if you do want to kind of vlog people, I'll be outside the ground. I'll be with Dave. And have a little chinwag with him. So if you do want to come up to me, please do, and get your score predictions on my channel as well. The review show, that'll be a Sunday on 9 o'clock as usual. And as well, yeah, there's so much content as well, and yeah, it's crazy. And I want to say again, thank you for the support that's been shown to my channel as well, people. It's been a pleasure. Right, people, 63 people in. Thank you for everyone that I watched myself and Jack talk about the game. And before you do leave the channel, please, and it's a massive favor for my channel, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to get to 11K before the end of the year, and if you can, it's been a massive help. And comment below, people, if you're watching re-watching this, put in the comment section as well, what is your score prediction as well. Thank you everyone for watching this channel, and like I said, I'll be there to see ground, and hopefully Forest can win against Leicester. Peace and love, up the Forest.